I'd like to formally welcome you to our event today, and the usual big virtual hug to our regular attendees. Again, I say it every week and I'll keep on saying it, but it's very uplifting to see your names and faces on the screen. And also a special welcome to those of you joining us for the first time. We are growing, our community is growing, and every week we kind of bring an expert in to share something with you to help you stay happy and healthy. We are a travel company, but we're not a travel company right now because nobody's traveling. But we kind of specialize in wellbeing holidays. And so when we went into lockdown for the first time a year ago, I can't believe it's been a year, we started doing these wellbeing at home events, and then that grew since then, and we've continued with them ever since. So if you are here for the first time, I hope you enjoy your first experience with us and you join us for future events. So I hope you've all had a good week. We have been busy, and you're probably wondering how we've been busy because people aren't traveling, but we're still changing people's holidays around, and people who had been expecting to travel now and they're not, so we're moving them around. But we've also been busy expanding our wellbeing escapes choices. So this week we've been working with our ground handlers in Sri Lanka, and we've been coming up with some really great itineraries and excursions and great experiences to tag on to our retreats when people can go back there again. And Sri Lanka is working towards becoming the first Asian country to fully vaccinate their population. So it's a very safe option for future travel. I just thought it was an interesting fact for you to know that. It's interesting. So we've also had our first cookery masterclass this week with Candice, and it was great fun. Those of you who were present, we had a lot of fun because we were sharing, making a meal. It felt like we were making a meal together in each other's kitchens, and we were kind of, doing all of that. But we were also learning a lot from Candice, great tips from her about the nutritional values of the ingredients, and people were asking her all kinds of different questions. So it was a lot of fun, and we created some very tasty food, which we had at the end. I don't know if there's anyone present who was there on Thursday, sorry. I don't know if anyone was here, but anyway, it was really good fun. It was really good fun. So if you are available on Thursday, do come along to the next one, which is based on, it's all around keeping our hearts healthy. So lots of delicious dishes, including rich antioxidant foods. And that you can see details of that on the website, on the event site. And I'll just actually, before we start off with Jill, I will run you through again what's going on the Wellbeing at Home website, so you can see again how best to navigate around it and use it. Just share that with you. Bear with me a second, please. Okay. So let's share. I'm so pleased everyone managed to get in this time today. No issues. Okay, so this is the homepage. Once you've logged in, when you're a member, you log in here. But I wanted to show you, again, I keep coming back to groups, but I just want to remind you how this all works with the forum. So the forum, what you see on the forum is based on what groups that you like, and also kind of general information, some general information which we post in the forum. So it's like a personalized Facebook feed, for want of a better explanation. So if you go into some of the groups, so for example, this we posted about this video about what is Qi, and this went on the general forum. But for example, if you want to see the updates around nutrition or yoga or emotional and mental well-being, join those groups, because then you'll just see that feeding through on your own timeline, on your own forum page when you go to the forum. So you don't actually have to go then into all the different groups. It will just appear on your forum timeline. So nutrition, just worth having a look at that. Oh, look at this. Sheena's posted what she made from the cookery class. And oh, and so did Nikki, which is lovely. So these are the dishes that were made from the cookery class. And then there's some lovely information there from Candice as well about, you know, just some really good tips about what to eat and the ingredients around that. We also have, I've introduced a group which is emotional and mental well-being. And I have shared on that for you a great app called Insight Timer, which is a free app that you can download on your phone, and it's got thousands and thousands and thousands of meditations. It's actually quite daunting. So I will be posting on this, in this group, some of the better ones, the ones that I use for you if you're interested. This one's a really good one, uplifting morning meditation, helps you start your day in with the right frame of mind, being kind of happy, which is what we want to be today. And then there's some great tips there from Claudia as well. And then we've got the yoga group, for those of you who haven't already joined that, yoga. So we post poses there for you to try. This one is upward facing dogs. There's a whole explanation there. And Aliona, who comes and teaches for us every now and again, we put the recordings based on there. So hopefully that gives you more of an idea how to kind of use the forum, the website. And then if you want to look at the previous recordings, you can find them based on the different areas as well. So for example, if we go into let's go into movement, because we're going to do movement today. So if you go into movement, you'll see some of the previous movement recordings that we have there. So we've got fitness with Jordan and breath work, and then yoga there with Aliona, and then we've got some other stuff there. So lots and lots of information. Once you're a member, you can access that there. So I'll stop sharing. Okay, good. Right, so let's start with today's session. Gill, hi Gill. Where are you? Gill, can you, oh, Gill's already doing her Qi Gong. Gill, can you unmute, please? I'm making you a co-host.
Yeah, all done, thanks.
All done,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
so Gill's already limbering up there with her.
Woo!
Make us all very happy. Okay, so Gill.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming along and joining us again and giving up your time and doing this for this lovely community. So many years ago, when we started Wellbeing Escapes, all those years ago, Gill was the one who introduced me to the concept of Qi and also Qi Gong. I didn't know what any of those things were all those years ago. It's 15 years ago now. And Gill used to come to our office and do the occasional Qi Gong class for the team. And I remember Gill, Gill's also a great shiatsu therapist, and she does acupuncture too. And I remember, Gill, you used to do auricular, like acupuncture in the ear with us, right? And that was quite an interesting subject, wasn't it? Because you would like go into a point. There was one time I remember you went to a specific point in my ear and it was so painful. And you said to me, "That's your liver. How much did you drink last night?" You caught me out because I'd had like a few glasses of something the night before.
How much had you drunk that night?
Yeah, I'd had a few glasses and I was screaming. You had like caught, yeah. So if anyone does auricular, ever want to do auricular
Nice.
acupuncture. Your acupuncturist will find out what you've been up to. So trust me, it's interesting. But Jill, yeah, we used to do the whole thing, and you're a fantastic shiatsu therapist as well. But you're kind of a master of Qi, aren't you? So I posted something on our website about what is Qi, because it's quite a difficult concept to understand for those of us in the Western world, because it isn't something that we usually talk about, you know, or it isn't like I guess it isn't recognized, is it, by the medical profession? I don't know. I actually, I don't know if it is or not. I don't think it is. But just you give us your explanation of Qi.
What's that mean?
Give us your explanation of Qi. What is Qi?
Life force. Life force.
Life force, and that's it, right?
Everything has Qi. Qi is energy. Things get blocked, we have to try and move it somehow. So either you go to an acupuncturist, or you do Qi Gong or yoga or something like that to help move stuck energy. Yeah. So like blood stagnation, you need to move it by activating more Qi in the body. Yeah. So we look to where the blocks are and try and move through that and keep it all moving smoothly. So it's preventative medicine as well as medicine for problems. So I do medical Qigong. We look at what organs might be in trouble or a little bit in need, perhaps. For example, the lungs. So I give exercises, a formula of exercises for people to do to help clear and strengthen the lungs, which of course that's what we've been doing all year. I work with the elderly a lot, and they're great practitioners, you know, very present. They show up, they do all the practice, they do it every day at home, and
it's a great exercise, form of exercise for the elderly, isn't it? Because it's accessible. You don't have to be jumping around and being super flexible or anything like that, and you can just do it in different ways. I always find Qigong really surprisingly rejuvenating, given that you're not exerting that much energy, like, you know, putting that much effort in, because it's kind of effortless movement. And I always find it interesting that it's like that. You know, just before we start, there was one thing that guy said on the video, which really touched me, when he said, Qi is the thing that holds everything as it's meant to be. And I thought it was such a powerful way of putting it, you know, like the life force energy. And the Chinese have got that right. And as he said, you know, prana in yoga and Qi in Japan, and that whole idea. So shall we get going?
Sure. So correct to say that I'm an acupuncturist and a trainer. In fact, we had a circle here today, 5 women, to do auricular acupuncture practice. Some of them are already practitioners, some of them are training. And because acupuncture is seen as urgent healthcare right now, I've been able to work all the way through. And it's been super helpful for people's mental health, actually. So if that's a struggle for any of you at the moment, then, you know, seek out some treatment. Why not? I'm available at Try Yoga and also at my home clinic in Maida Vale. And you can find my details through Stella. I also do a class Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 10 o'clock on Zoom, which is a drop-in class, and everyone's welcome. It's a £5 PayPal affair. And again, you can find the details at the end of here or through Stella. So do come if you'd like to. It's nice to have a group, isn't it? And have guidance for an hour, just to take us out of our own minds and into some maybe better health. Okay, good.
Perfect.
So,
just before you start, can everybody see Jill?
Yeah.
Okay. If you can't see her clearly, just put your just had a couple of messages. put your view on speaker view, please. On the top right-hand corner, there's a view button, and if you choose speaker view, you'll be able to see Gill. Okay, let's get going.
Okay, happy? Super. And as you know, today is equinox, so we're in balance, equal day and night. It's the original, if you like, original people's beginning of the new year. It's where the sun has entered into Aries, which is seen as the beginning of the horoscope, and yeah, all things start today. So welcome. Thanks for coming. And if you're new to Qi Gong, well done for finding your way here. And if you're a practitioner, yay, keep going. And I hope you're enjoying your practice. Good. So yes, Stella's totally right. Qi Gong is good for everybody at every stage of health and life. Okay? So if you can't physically do it, you mentally follow a form or a style or a movement, and you still benefit. Okay? You can benefit from other people doing it, even if it's on Zoom, you're still going to be part of that energy field. Okay? Or Qi field, as we call it. Yeah? That's about where you put your attention, isn't it? Or your, I think intention, origin of the word is purpose. So let's think about our purpose, what we're here for. Yeah? Just give yourself a moment's breath to think about your purpose and your intention for the next hour. And just give yourself a moment there to be in balance. Yes? Okay, equinox, equal day and night. All right, so start with your feet a little wider than normal, a bit maybe shoulder width apart. Have your feet facing forwards and drop the knees. Let your feet into the earth, and it's a little bit of a bounce where you release to earth, root down, and the arms will naturally want to rise and fall because they're appendages, yeah, they're swinging. It's not an active movement, it's a consequence of releasing to earth. So try that. Release your feet into the earth, root down, let the head be lifting up, especially the back of the skull, lifting up, releasing the back of the neck, releasing the shoulders down as the back of the skull rises up. Yeah? We may also let the crown of our head release to sky. Okay? Tuck up or flex the tail a little bit. Protect the lower back. Engage the psoas, the front hip. Good. Release to earth and receive from earth. The arms are loose and free. Don't worry about them. If you want to, let the arms rise up above your head. Good. Sit down and then release the arms. You might want to slap or brush the legs as your arms pass by. I'll show you what it's looking like on the side, something like this. So I'm not leaning backwards and forwards like a kid on a swing. I'm staying upright. Upright spine, release the feet, release the knees, open the ankles, open the hips, yeah? Good. Keep going. Release to earth, the arms rise, and then release back down again. Okay, so that's what it looks like on the side. Keep going, breathe any old way you can. Don't worry too much about the breath, just keep going. Good. You can also slap the shoulder and the underarm. One arm on top and then the other, and then boom, all the way up and over the big bone at the nape, at the bottom of the neck. Give it all a good slap. Break down the surface tension, okay? That's the plan. Release, slap, bounce. Lots to think about. Okay, good, keep going. Now, one reason we do this action with the legs is to activate the calf muscles to get the blood flowing back up to the brain in a really good, healthy, fresh way, preventing strokes and blood clots. Okay, really worth to do. Lovely. Release. Hands into the sky. Hang out up there for a bit. Good. Release the shoulders. Good. Swing. Slap. Good. So you can just do this for 20 minutes or build up to 20 minutes. Good. Play with how wide your arms are. Okay. Remember that your knees are going to be tracking the middle toes as the feet are straight ahead. All right. Good. So really useful. Good exercise. All right. We'll knock on over. Give it a go. If there's anything that's uncomfortable or difficult or painful, stay away from it. Okay? Never push into pain. We're not doing this for martial gain. It's only for health gain. Okay? We're not pushing. We're not going anywhere beyond 70% effort. Okay? Good. All right. Release to sky. Let go. Good. All right. And then slowly, slowly let it all go. Whee! So nice. Take the feet slightly wider if you want to. Soften the knees. But remember that they're still strong, but they're relaxing. Okay? Not collapsing, but relaxing. Opening. Opening in the hips, back of the knees, front of the ankles, and the feet are opening into the earth, receiving the living earth. Okay? Good. Flex up the tail slightly, slightly pull up on the perineum, on the pelvic floor. Good. Back of the skull lifts up. We get taller as we sit down into the posture. We're growing taller. Make sure you've got a bit of space under the armpits and have your hands facing slightly backwards. Okay, so we have a little bit of a hollowing here. This is called shoulder hollow. The front of the shoulder. Just put your hand there. Give it a little rub. Maybe give it a pat. Or with a loose and empty fist, bit of a wallop. This is lung zone, okay? A good area to get into the lung chi. Okay? You can go off down the arm where the skin changes colour along the edge heading towards the thumb. Flick out the thumb. You can slap. Flick out. Yeah? You can squeeze the area. Squeeze from shoulder hollow all the way through the side of the arm, between the hairy and the non-hairy sides of the arm. Yeah? On the inside there. Flick out. All right? Give that arm a little shiver shake. Woof, shake it out. Good. Should feel nice. Now, open and close the arm, called spiraling or coiling. Turn the hand round so the baby finger's at the front. And then the other way, so the thumb is at the front. Okay? Good. So that's one arm. Do the other. Find this shoulder hollow. Loose fist, cupping hand, slapping hand. Yeah? Where we can access the points into the lung, beginning of the lung channel. Out through. Flick out the thumb when you get to it. Good. Brush through. Go as heavy or as light as you want to. Okay? It's your arm. Just guiding you to do the exercise. You do what's good for you. Okay? All right. Swing out. Maybe shift the weight a little bit from one foot to the other. Come up onto the toes of the empty foot when you get there. Good. Keep going. If my internet is unstable and goes off, just carry on with what we were doing and I'll come back in, I'm sure. Okay? Get a squeeze out at the end, flick it out. Yeah? Outward direction, clearing from center out to the edges. Good. All right, shift the body weight. This movement of the legs comes out from the belly. Okay? Breath in the belly, flex up the tail. Flex under your chin to your throat. Open a space behind the skull, under the skull. Good. All right. Flicky outy. Now both hands spiral out. Okay. Turn them out, turn them in. Lead with the baby finger. Space under the armpits. Tuck the big toes towards each other. Heels out. Stay here. Good. Lengthen through the back of the skull. And release out through the face, jaw, neck, under the wing, under the tip of the shoulder blade, down the back side of the arm, through the elbow, through the side of the wrist, into the baby finger and away, like autumn leaves dropping off, yeah? Or flushing through a pipe, water pipe, okay? Let go. Let go through the back of the legs, through the toes, through the heel, down into the ground, with the intention of letting go anything that's excess, anything that you can get rid of, yeah? Pass into the greater chi field to be recycled, all right? Good. Chin in, back of the skull up. Tail tucked in slightly. Breathe into the back waist. Yeah, the lumbar waist, lumbar spine. We need to keep that area open. Breathe into it. Put your mind's attention there without leaning back. Breathe. Keep the knees soft but open. Not collapsing. Feet in the ground. Deep down. Good. If this is ever too much, all you do is roll your hands back the other way into the lung position that we had at the beginning, yeah? So the edge of the thumb is topmost. Good. Space under the armpit, don't let it clamp up. Open the chest without pushing your chest forward. You want it to slightly hollow, a little bit like a standing bear. Yeah? So all the body parts are likened to animals, and the shoulders are definitely of the bear. Okay? Good. When that's become tiring, you spiral back the other way, or coiling, or spiraling. Now what you can also add in there is looking out over one shoulder. Good. Breathe into center, change. Look out over the other shoulder. Breathe into center, change. Breathe out. Look around the side. Breathe into center, change. Breathe out. Keep going, find your rhythm, because it's going to be different to mine. All right? Find your rhythm with your breath and move the neck, move the head around on the breath. All right? Breathe in away from center. Breathe out back to center whenever you're ready to. All right? Body loves this coiling, spiraling action. Very, very helpful for the tendons, the sinews, the ligaments, especially. All right? And they strap the muscles to the bone, etc., etc. The whole fascia of the body really appreciates any spiraling or coiling action. Okay, happy? Good. All right, let that one go. You can do that any time. It's quite easy to remember, isn't it? It's just opening and closing. Yeah? All right, you can do that anytime. Pretty much any position. Even lying flat on the ground. If you're lying flat on the ground, the legs can join in. Yeah, a bit like the beginning of a Thai massage, where your feet are pretzeled over and then opened out. Yeah, you can do it for yourself, lying flat on the ground later. Good, that's something nice to do. All right, a little bit of shaking. So slightly lean forward, let the shoulders go now. So let the weight of the arms forward a little bit. Protect your lower back by flexing the tail and release. Good. Release the wrists, the weight of the arms, the elbows, the weight of the upper arm, shoulders. Good. Whole body's going to start shaking now. Good. Really good for any level of anxiety. You're shaking Qi Gong. All right? You might bounce on the heel slightly. You might keep your feet planted. It's your choice. Okay. See what else you can shake. Yeah. Can you shake your tail feathers? Peacock feathers. Shake your chops. Stella mentioned Sri Lanka earlier. I had the joy of living in Sri Lanka 7 long winters, both in retreats and yoga centres, working in projects, NGOs, all over the place. And I can highly recommend it as a place to go and be refreshed, explore, meet loads of lovely people. And there's some amazing retreat centres there. Incredible place. Yeah, do please go if you get a chance. Good. Shake down the legs one at a time. There's loads of Qi Gong and acupuncture out there, very lucky. So of course it's lovely to do Qi Gong outdoors. I wouldn't be doing it in this particular season. I'd wait until there was a lot more warmth in the earth and not too much of a wind. Okay. Let the shoulders start lifting and dropping. Shake it down. Shake it down. Good. Move the chi. Yeah? All right. Shake out your feet. Good. All right. Plant your feet about shoulder width apart and just starting to turn the arms. There's many versions. This is a good one to start with. Give yourself a little wallop where the arms land, the wrists will give your pelvis a little wallop. Very nice. Good. Opening up the muscles either side of the spine, of course. And if you want to, you can look around in the direction of the swing. All right? Many versions. If you want to do something different, go for it. Otherwise, just stay with me. Good. Plant the feet. Make sure you're planting your feet way down through the center or slightly forward of the center of the feet. Okay? These are points known as bubbling spring. That's the beginning of the kidney channel. Yeah? All right. Soften the knees, but don't let them collapse. Imagine that you're sitting astride a very beautiful horse. Good. All right. Bend your knees a little bit more. Keep that tail under a little bit. Back of the skull up. All those things that I spoke about at the beginning, and maintain them. Okay? Just helps. Good. Swing the arms a little higher. Good. Okay. In Chinese medicine, we support any lung issues by treating the kidneys first. Okay? So with this one, we can go lung here. Remember the shoulder hollow, and kidney behind with the other hand. But when you're going to slap the kidney, be very gentle. Don't crash. All right? This is really rather lovely. Kidneys support lungs. Kidneys grasp the lung chi and draw it into the body so it can then be used. All right? And that's an approach of Chinese medicine. Okay? Release. Let the arms fly. Good. Whew, you feel really good after this. Lovely. Of course, you've got to drink lots of water while you're doing Qigong or any exercise, I'm sure, because the body needs to move Qi, flush out the toxins, and that takes fluids, doesn't it? So lots of water. All right, bring that back to stillness. And a little bit of reflection is always nice. So plant your feet and then plant your hands as if on top of the feet. Yeah, so roll the hands, push them down as if the hands are meeting the feet. Good. Lengthen up through the top of the skull, the back of the skull. Soft and yielding, yet strong and centered. Yes? Like a tree on a mountainside. Got to be yielding somehow. All right, good. So legs are well and truly balanced with the weight, and you're not dropping forward or leaning back. Good. All right, just close your eyes for a moment and imagine that you're carrying a basket of flowers on your head. Don't want to drop them. So find a way to have an upright spine, tuck your chin under a little bit. Good, and then sit down into your posture. Sit down. Well done. This opens the joints, helps the Qi to flow through the joints. Very nice. Lovely. If you want something a bit more physical to help you with that, you would just go and grab a cushion, put it on top of your head. That'll help your posture. Good. I'm sure everyone's grandmothers had them doing deportment, walking up and down stairs with books on your head. I know mine did. So it's that kind of approach. Make sure you've got a little space under the armpits, that the knees and elbows are open. Good. All right. Now we're going to imagine that we're moving through water. That helps kind of the sense of the Qi all around us. All right? Good. So let that one go. Shake out your legs if you need to. We're going to come into something really good for the hips and lower back in a minute. But we're just going to start by broadening the chest. So have your feet about hip width apart, maybe armpit width apart. Good. Alrighty. Feet are facing forwards, knees track the middle toes. All right, good. So release to earth, like sink a little bit into the earth. Let the arms move forward until they're about level with the armpits. Good. Now stand up. Let the hands float down through water, pushing down as if into the feet below. All right? Space under the armpits. Sit down. Let the arms move forwards. Good. And then at the top of the breath, we breathe out, pushing the hands slowly back through the water. The water is representing the Qi, all right? Bit of a resistance, bit of a force that you might be able to feel. Breathe in to come up, breathe out, grounding, all right? Grounding. Breathe in, forward, breathe out, down. So the arms are thinking about coming forwards, release the wrists, let them float forward as if they're being lifted up by a puppeteer. Yeah, so the wrists are quite soft, but the hands are open and active. Good, okay. A few more times, breathe in, sit down, breathe out, stand up. The arms follow. Breathe in, sink to ground, pull up the tail, breathe out, push the hands through the water into the earth. Good. All right. Next one. Breathe in, same way. Now open the hands out to the sides. You want to still be able to see those hands in your side vision. Don't swing them back too far. All right, good. Now on the next out breath, bring the hands towards each other. Feel the force between the hands. Turn them towards the ground and stand up. Ha, same thing. Okay, so it's called broadening chest. Sit down, breathe in, open, longer breath this time. Top of the breath, breathe out, gather, and release to earth. Stand up. Yeah, flexing the joints. They love it. I tell you, they really love it. Your whole body's going to thank you by 6 o'clock. All right? Good. Lengthen beyond the body, at least 3 feet in every direction. Follow your own breath. Don't lean back. You may feel that you want to go a little bit wider with your stance. Sit down. Open. Broadening chest. Big bird opens her wings. Breathe out. And plant the hands back down on top of the feet. Yeah, good. Arms are being moved for you by the breath. Breathe in. Open. Good. Breathe out. You can probably make this a little bit more elegant than me. A bit more sweeping movement, a bit more bird-like. Go for it. Breathing in to open on the wing. Breathe out. Return to earth, to your feet, below the feet. Okay, 3 more. Breathe in, lengthen through the top of the skull, the back of the skull. Tuck your chin under and flex the tail a little bit. It helps, keeping everything together and open and responding and strengthening. Okay? Good. Remember, you want to still be able to see the hands when they're opening. Don't swing them back too far. Sit down, breathe in, open, broaden chest. Breathe out, gather and ground. That's it. One more for luck. Release to earth. Arms rise. Without effort, on the water, on the Qi, buoyant. Release. Yum. Fingers and toes are separating. Okay, now we're going to go into something 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. All right? What I'd advise is the back foot turns out to about 30 degrees. You want your knee to track those middle toes again. Yeah? Front foot, step straight forward. Boom. All right? And just explore. Is this good for me? Is this too narrow? Is it too wide, too long, or too short? Have a go and find out. Rock backwards and forwards, or spiral, or circle. Keep the knee open at the back so you've got somewhere to move to. Okay, explore, find out. Inquiring mind and all that. Keep the feet down. You don't want to come up on the toe or the heel. Good. With the front foot, don't let that knee overreach. If you want to go further in your stance, you've got to take a wider stance. Okay? Please don't override the toe with that front knee because you'll hurt it. Okay? So find out where's your stance. If I was in the room with you, obviously, I'd be able to come around and help correct you. But you're going to have to correct yourselves. And move from the belly, move from the center. So you might want to put one hand on the front, one hand behind. Yeah, flex the tail a little bit, pull up on the perineum a little bit. Good, find out. Now, step back. Equalize the shape of the feet, change. The other foot goes out to about 30 degrees. Make sure the knees, that knee tracks it. Step up, step forward. Okay? Find out on this side, where am I? What's most comfortable? How am I going to move? Rock backwards and forwards, shift the weight, circles and spirals. Good. Explore, please. Take your time. Hollow in the shoulder, hollow here. Good. Breathe and move into the lumbar back. That makes sense, hopefully. Good. Change your legs anytime you need to. Don't wait for me, okay? You must be comfortable. And if for any reason this is not comfortable, don't do it. Just stand here and do a few circles through the hips while you wait for the next bit to happen, all right? Please don't do anything that's going to be uncomfortable or hurt later. All right, good. So be comfortable. Come up, back onto the front first side. Back foot at 30 degrees, front foot facing straight forward. Parallel nut. Yeah, straight away. Good. Okay, so let's bring the arms in. What are we doing? Pushing waves. All right. So let the arms float forwards first of all. Draw them back into the shoulder hollows. Open the hands and push forwards as if pushing through the wave. Release the wrists at the end of the movement. Draw them back. Sit back. Don't lean back, but sit back. Push forwards. Opening the wrists. Energizing the wrists, the carpal areas, all that kind of stuff that might be a little sticky. Yeah, keep the wrists open, keep the elbows open. Good. Keep the shoulders down by lengthening the back of the skull. Good. Moving to the lumbar spine. Lovely. Keep the feet planted. Good. Moving through the waves. And of course, these waves can be at waist height, shoulder height, rib height. Yeah, or you can go big. Go Hawaii 5-0. So you're being inside the wave now. You're being rolled by the wave, moved by it. Okay, let the arms float all the way up and over the top and down the back leg, through the feet, up through the bubbling spring points, the sole of the foot, up the front body, over the head. Keep going. Change legs anytime, please. Keep your feet planted, don't lift up the toe or the heel. Good. How are you moving? Are you moving from your belly or your chin? Good. Your belly is your center of gravity. So we're going to try and move from there. Mix it up. Enjoy. Yeah? Let the Qi move any stagnation through the joints. That's kind of what we're trying to do here. Okay? Good. If you want the breathing, it's usually breathe in, opening away from center, breathe out, return and gather to center. Yeah? Breathe in, open, breathe out, return. Earth center. Yeah? Good. Give it a go. Find out. Lovely. Okay. Gather for a moment. Good. Should be feeling more energy now. So turn the other foot 30, step on the second foot. Okay, make sure that's comfortable. Just try it out. Yeah? Well done. Rocking backwards and forwards, shifting the weight 70-30. Make sure not to overreach that front toe with the knee. That really would be a mistake because you hurt your knee, okay? Good. Open the wrists, push forward through the wave, roll back. Rolling through the wave. Good. Sit back, don't lean back. Good. Upright spine. You can imagine you've got a basket of flowers on your head again or a cushion. Good. Shifting the weight, keeping the joints open. Lovely. If you want to go big, Hawaii. I've been there. It's really amazing. We're not there. Maui. And the waves are extraordinary. The energy, you don't have to do any meditation, any Qi Gong, nothing. It's just, the energy is so powerful. Highly recommend it. Sri Lanka's closer and very accessible in normal times. I certainly recommend Sri Lanka. Good. Keep that back hip open. Don't let it collapse or go sleepy. Try it out. What works for you? Roll. Be rolled by the wave. Breathe in to open. Breathe out to return, generally speaking. Open the fingers and toes. Activate the palms and the soles of the feet. Move from the belly. Marvelous. That's the plan. If you come in the mornings to me, we go from here and then we're going to do a hula dance, which you kind of got to do to experience. Very fun. And something else. Good. Anyway, you're welcome if you ever want to come. No problem. All right. So come back to standing with equally weighted feet. Yeah? Parallel. Good. Okay. Take a moment now. Have a drink of water. Okay? And get something to put on your head, please. A cushion or a book, maybe an open book. All right. Okay, pillow on the head. Or cushion. My pillow's too big, clearly, but anyway, never mind. So what we're going to do now is a really nice exercise. When you're going out and about, and if you're feeling a little bit scattered, a little bit unsteady, what you do is this lovely practice. We can practice it now physically, but when you go out and about, you might want to do it mentally. It's called gathering to center. And this is a good way for us to bring our practice to a close and gather in our sails, okay? From at least 3 feet in every direction, we're going to gather that in, and you can move around the room, yeah? Plant your feet, well and truly rooting down. Gather to the center line of the body. You can move backwards and forwards, sideways, go up and down, stairs, whatever you fancy. Having something on the head does help to bring the awareness to the length of the spine. But if it drives you crazy, just drop it and practice this without a pillow or a book. Gathering to center, from all the way around, gather to center. Like gathering in your sails, or your energy field, if you like. Draw it in to the center line, this center line here. Shoof. Third eye is upper sea of Qi, center chest, middle sea of Qi, lower belly, lower sea of Qi. Yeah, so they're all active all the time, and we're bringing them into alignment, gathering into center. Good. Okie dokie. Explore. It's nice. What happens if you close your eyes? Can you keep your center of gravity, your movement center, in your lower belly and close your eyes and move around the room? It's really good. I find it really helpful for spatial awareness, especially when you're wearing a mask. Yeah, because somehow spatial awareness changes. And knowing this practice is quite helpful. And then you can just do it either lightly or mentally. So just have a little walk backwards and forwards, doing it mentally with the arms. Okay, your arms are swinging, and you can imagine that you're gathering to center. All right. I teach teacher training, Qi Gong, in recovery services that use the ear acupuncture that I train them in, also in prisons, mental health, cancer care, etc. And the staff need to look after their own energy. So I teach them Qi Gong and to teach others Qi Gong as well. So often I'll turn up somewhere and I'll see people walking around between the buildings doing this. We go, yay, people remember. It helps, okay? Do what helps. Very helpful. And the other thing that I see a lot when I go out and about to places where I do training is the spiraling backwards and forwards. Okay? Lengthening out through the fingers and thumb and the feet. Okay? So these two practices, I highly recommend you do them on a daily basis for your joint health and your centering, knowing where you are, spatial awareness. Okie dokie. Good. So let's draw this to a close. Well, there's many ways. One which I think is quite nice is drawing the arms from the earth all the way up and over the top. Reach up to sky, draw that in, and filter out anything that needs to drop out all the way through back to the earth. We do this 9 times. Good. Breathe in, turn the hands towards the sky, lift the hands, sink the feet, and then all the way through the center line. Yeah, central nervous system nicely bathed in the Qi, etc. Good. So, of course, we're going to breathe in to open the arms and breathe out to earth. All right? You can do it in this plane as well, one arm forward, one arm back. You can imagine that you're inside a golden sphere of energy, a gyroscope, something like that. That's what I do anyway. Good. Breathe in. You can look up if you want to, if it's good for you, when the arms rise above the horizon. Okay, that's more safety first, really. Good. So you can stay standing, facing forward. Probably 3 more. Look up, gather, receive from the sky, draw it in, filter out, back to earth, release. Yes, 2 more. Roll the hands towards the sky, looking up if you want to, drawing in, planting down. Protect the lower back if you look up though. And you can also close your teeth when you look up. That's quite helpful for the bottom of the skull. So many things I could say, but I'm trying to keep it simple today. So there we go. I think that's probably a good place to stop. Bring your feet together. Keep the knees soft and squeeze to center. So your hands, if you're a woman, your left hand's on top. If you're a fella, your right hand's on top. Squeeze to center into the navel just below. 3 times on the out breath. Consolidate. Good. Wrapping. It's like wrapping. Okay, good. 3 out breaths. Just center. Good. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. Well done.
Thank you
Lovely
so much,
with you
Jill.
today on the equinox, beginning of the astrological year. Very, very welcome.
Oh,
I
are you
enjoyed
there,
that.
Jill?
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity, meeting you all in
Thank
this
you.
way. Yeah, I'm here.
Jill, what we'll do is on the forum.
You're very welcome.
We will share your. Just send me again how people can access your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday morning classes. Yeah, 10 a.m.
Yep.
Okay.
10 a.m.
Yeah. So we'll put that
Super.
on the forum, and we'll also put on the forum where they can. Well, when things open up, where they can reach you for a treatment if they want to have an amazing shiatsu with you or the acupuncture. Yes, this is something you want to say or type. Yvette's raised her hand. Oh, maybe by accident.
Me? No.
Okay, no, it's Yvette. Yvette's raised her hand. Okay, no, I just I'm not sure. So somebody raised their hand, so I just wanted to know.
If you've got questions for me, the email address will be there on the forum. Yeah. Yeah,
we'll put that on, and then we're considering doing a also some kind of medicinal classes, medicinal Qi Gong classes with Jill that we're looking to develop with her around certain ailments or areas of the body. Correct, Jill? What we were talking about, but we'll develop that together and come back to everyone on that. And
yeah, we're going to look at a little bit of a training thing with acupressure for common ailments, so you can learn things for the rest of your life. Very easy to access points, acupressure and Qi Gong. Okay, so that's the plan anyway, and it'll be organically unfolding very soon.
Yeah, great. That's wonderful. Thank you.
I'm so happy you all managed to come. Well done.
And it's amazing how you can just feel so energized for that very gentle movement. I'm always amazed by that you don't need to force it and go for it to feel this lovely energy that we're having. And then the one thing I just want to say before we close is actually 2 things. The first thing is the gentleman on the video I posted talked about how when you do Qigong, you come into a certain balance, which ripples out. It has ripple out effects on people around you. So the fact that you're balanced and you're centered can affect a lot of people around you, and that's why they say Qigong can have a far-reaching effect on the world. In a way, if more and more people did Qigong, it could reach out to others. So just one other question somebody asked, which was, is 15 minutes a day enough? Jill? I think Jill can't. Is 15 minutes enough a day?
15 minutes of Qigong, yeah, sure. Of course it is. Yeah.
You don't have to do like a whole hour
definitely.
session. So even if you do just 10 or 15 minutes, it has benefit. You reap the benefit. Wonderful. Thank you. Please, definitely.
Everybody. Do it for as long as you've got.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful.
Can I just say something? Can I just quickly answer a question? I don't know how to do that, but on the chat. But someone asked if they stop having acupuncture suddenly, is there any issue? Not at all. There's no issue with that. Okay. So hopefully that I've answered that question. Thank you.
Okay, that is brilliant. Thank you so much, Jill. And thank you, as always, for your lovely healing energy, your own Qi, spreading your own Qi. And please, everybody, if you can leave a review for Jill, that would be excellent, because it literally takes you 2-3 minutes to do that. So I would really appreciate it if you do that. And so would Jill, because Jill gives, we'll give up our time to be here. So if you can do that, it would be appreciated. Good. Have a wonderful week ahead, everyone. I'll play you out with a little bit more happy. And next week, we have someone on to talk about sleep, sleep specialist. A lady who's called the Sleep Guru. Nice. So that would be wonderful. So looking forward to seeing many of you then, and have a great week. And we'll do a bit more happy, right? And happy spring solstice, as you say, from tomorrow in. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Good news. Bye all.